Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. First of all, I would just like to thank everyone that watched my video yesterday on my Canadian Studmuffin channel about a certain addiction I had. I really appreciate the feedback. If you haven't seen the video, it'll be here. I always forget if it's here or here. I think it's here, but it might be here. So I have got a new Frank Zappa box set that I already opened last night, but I'm going to re-open it for you. There's the hype sticker. If you want to pause the video to read it. And so in total, like when Zappa the Zappa estate started to re-release, the Zappa albums remastered and everything, it was really cool what they would do. They would number each one. Background blurred. So this one is, can't see, 127. I don't have that many Frank Zappa albums. I think I have, I don't even have probably a quarter of them, but I've still got a lot. So first of all, I put them in order. I usually don't have my, the discography of the artist in order. I just throw them in. But I did, because, these are numbered. It was easy to do. So far I have the first album, Freak Out, absolutely free, Lumpy Gravy, one of my favorites, We're Only in It for the Money, Reuben and the Jets, a double album, Uncle Meat, another one of my favorites, Hot Rats, Burnt Weenie Sandwich, The Mothers, Fillmore East, June 1971, with Flo and Eddie. I love the Flo and Eddie period. I know that some Zappa fans don't. Just another band from LA. Wacka Jawacka. There's Frank there. Another one of my favorites, the Grand Wazoo. Overnight Sensation. I love a lot of these albums. Apostrophe. Roxy and Elsewhere. One Size Fits All. But wait, there's more. Definitely a top 5 album for me. Bongo Fury with Captain Beefheart. Very underrated album, Zoot Allures. Chic Your Booty. Joe's Garage, Acts 1, 2, and 3. You Are What You Is. Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch, which I feel is underrated. And another one that's underrated, The Man from Utopia. And then these aren't numbered, but Playground Psychotics, double album. Cheap Thrills. Yeah, not numbered. The Great Thingfish. The last time I heard this, I actually did not dislike it, but it's still not one of Frank's best. And the Lost Episodes. And I also have the box set for the recent Overnight Sensation album, which is excellent. And so here we go. And I played disc 1, which is the original album, plus some bonus tracks. Here's the back sheet. If you want to pause the video to read that. Nice sturdy box. Opens this way. And the first thing is a very nice booklet. And I was attempting to read some of it. Like I said, I am getting new glasses, so kind of difficult for me to read sometimes. Nice picture of Frank. All kinds of reading. And then the contents of the CDs. 4 CDs and 1 Blu-ray. Oh, they even have videos on the Blu-ray. Cool. Here's the great Ruth Underwood. She writes a little bit about this period. I think One Size Fits All was the last album with her on it. And then here, and there's the back. And these are the CDs. CD 1. There's the bonus stuff. And I'll give you a little mini review in a minute about this one. This is the only one I've played so far. Disc 2. Same label on all of them, I believe. No, they're a little different, each one. Another section from the album cover. Disc 3, love these photos of the band. CD disc 4, more photos of the band. And a Blu-ray. Disc 5 Blu-ray. So I was thinking, the One Size Fits All album would be newly remastered or remixed, but it isn't. It's from the 2012 that I already have, but it doesn't matter. It sounds great. It's definitely one of Frank's best he was always a great producer, of course, but for sound quality wise, it's one of his best sounding albums. And my story with Frank Zappa is, which I've told before, is I'd heard of him in the 60s, of course, in the 70s. I remember seeing, in record stores, the We're Only in It for the Money album, but it was reversed, with the inside, with all of the mothers of invention dressed in women's clothing and all that. And even that kind of drew me towards Frank Zappa and the other album covers like freak out and everything, I was thinking, I might like this kind of music. But the first time I actually heard his music was One Size Fits All 50 years ago. That's right. I bought the album and right away I became a fan. And then I bought Bongo Fury, which, it took me a couple listens because Captain Beefheart is, quite the character and singer. So I had to get used to his vocal stylings, I guess. But like I said, Bongo Fury is one of my favorites, as is One Size Fits All. Now the bonus stuff. Get the right CD here. Yeah, Inca Roads, Rough Mix, and then kind of practice sessions for the song Can't Afford No Shoes, which was at the time called Ralph Stuffs His Shoes, Token Outtake, and there's 1, 2, 3 of those, and then Can't Afford No Shoes Rough Mix, and then Sofa Number 1, Basic Tracks, and Sofa Number 1, Early Mix, Master Take, and that song, an instrumental, it's just, part 1 is instrumental and 1 has these German vocals on it. But it's the same music. And it's just a gorgeous, the music is just gorgeous, which you don't usually say about Frank Zappa's music. Just really nice. But anyway, I was really, really impressed. Even with Inca Roads, the rough mix, it's pretty similar to the studio version, but a little, different enough that you would want to hear it. There's some just amazing guitar work, in the bonus section. This is just disc 1 that I was really amazed with, and it's like, yeah, I'm glad I bought this. And I've only, like I said, only listened to disc 1. So yeah, if you're a fan of Frank Zappa, I would highly recommend this, because even from disc 1, I'm very, very happy with it, and the bonus material is, great sound quality and lots of reading to do. So highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.